So I've just visited the set of Spider-Man Brand New Day. I know I did not see Tom Holland, but here's what I did see. And just to be clear, by the way, I will absolutely not be spoiling any part of this movie. The people who have been working hard on this project deserve to show all the sauce when they want to, not when I want to. There weren't many major leaks or spoilers to begin with on set, but I just wanted to get that out there, and I want to be focusing more on the behind the scenes of how a movie is filmed in the heart of a busy city. Because Glasgow is a pretty big city with a city centre that is always busy every single day. This first week, the main street that is used for filming in this first phase is Bothwell Street. There was quite a lot of work done already. Mind you, they started the bulk of this set production in the morning, and by the time of 1 PM when I arrived, it was already transformed into looking a lot more like New York. And as I was there, more and more props and set pieces were just being delivered and added. I think the main building being used is the Scottish Legal Life Assurance Society building, and this has quite a cool lobby, by the way. I won't be surprised if I see that being used somewhere in the film. Outside this building, there are a ton of American flags added. There is also a huge stunt rig directly outside, and apparently they are working on an action scene as the first thing they do. I know it has something to do with cars, and with the amount of taxis I'm seeing around waiting to get used, I'm thinking definitely one or two of them is going to be Collateral. I'm guessing this is going to be an important place in the story where the plot could be centered around, and there's a car chase that then involves more of the city, because a lot more of the city centre is expected to be closed for this film. Now, I just want to raise a ton of attention to these workers, because this is the stage in movies that you usually never see. I feel like you got to see a bit of it in The Fall Guy, but even then, that's still limiting you seeing the actual amount of work that goes into making a movie, and specifically the management and construction of a set, that of which is citywide for this one. From the morning to night, they transform this place fully into looking like New York, because of course, this is a Scottish city. We aren't in America. They added food trucks, street signs, because we don't have those here in the UK. We usually have them on the corner of our buildings, which even those were replaced by custom infographics. Some ground floor windows have been boarded up with New York themed property stickers, entire bus stands were removed and replaced with New York style counterparts, and not to mention the amount of customized vehicles there are lining the streets and the side streets that aren't even being filmed on, and all of this is just to create ambience. Ambience. A lot of effort goes into the set and production of a movie behind the scenes, most of which will never see the light of day. Do you think you're going to notice Logan's 24-hour towing and recovery in a random alleyway off to the side of a Spider-Man fighting Punisher? Probably not, but the work and effort has been put in, and I just want to raise awareness to all these people working sun up to literally sundown. They started 5 AM in the morning, and they said they were wrapping up at 9:30 at night. And this isn't even the end of it, because the filming location is going to move every week all across the city, and they are going to have to balance cleaning up one chunk of the city while setting up a completely different chunk of the city while filming in another area of the city. I was talking to some of the workers and also overheard some conversation, because I am incredibly socially awkward and fumble every conversation. They said tomorrow, August 2nd, was going to be hell, and I can absolutely understand how this can be the case. And with another guy, I asked him, "Are you excited?" And he said, "Absolutely. It's not every day you can work for something like this." But then some random stranger interrupted us and tried to make a joke about the street names being changed, and he couldn't find his bus stop, but he failed horribly and left. But then my social awkwardness kicked in, so I also left. In terms of interesting plot-related set pieces, the biggest one was probably an armoured demon truck that belonged to Mr. Negative's gang. But I didn't even get to see that because I was away for lunch at that time. And when I came back, they were already putting tarpaul over it after realising the internet leaked it almost immediately. There was also multiple Universal production vehicles there, which was our proof that Hulk will be in this movie, as Universal owns Hulk, and so it makes sense to see them here to help produce. Anyways, that's about all I was able to see today, as most of it was just putting together the one of many sets. I wanted to ask if I can be an extra in the movie, but I'm pretty sure my social awkwardness would also step in and ruin every chance I have anyways, so I guess it was a pretty successful day in the end. And I just wanted to point out the incredible work these people put in that don't get enough praise, which is now more important now more than ever with Marvel's recent big shift away from relying solely on CGI in their projects. Thank you so much to the crew of Spider-Man Brand New Day. This film has the possibility to be the greatest live-action Spider-Man movie of all time, so I hope all the efforts are paid off and they can deliver on it. And I also send a huge thank you to you for subscribing and liking this video. Yeah, I knew you were thinking about it. Anyway, make sure to turn on notifications, because I will be up in the city again to try and catch more sets and filmings. If not, I will definitely be making videos from my room instead about the movie. So if you're hyped, stay tuned, because I am too. It's a brand new day indeed.
Say that again?